Hey kids, it's Joe Rathbone on Saturday night, somewhere in February. I think it's the 11th or something like that. I don't know, but happy Saturday night. Hey, here I am in my place. Uh, I wanted to let you know about a show coming up on March 2nd at the Pie Shop around 14th and 8th Street in Washington, D.C. with the Mercy Alliance, East Coast Offense, a terrific local rock band, and a great futuristic dance band called Music for the Revolution, M4TR. Finally got their name right. And we're all going to be playing on Thursday night, March 2nd at the Pie Shop in DC. We hope you'll come out and see us. We do our best to give you the music therapy that you need, and you do need it, whether you know it or not. And it's therapy for all of us. But this is another segment of the Look Here series, Song Structures by Joe Rathbone. That's me. And we'll talk about one of the songs that we might play that night. Not all the songs we play are ours. Most are stuff I've written, and the band does wonderful arrangements of them. We'll talk about them later. But I thought I'd show you a little bit of the great tune "Something in the Way She Moves" from George Harrison. And let's talk about the song structure of that song. I do it in the key of A, down from C. I can't sing that high, so I take it in A, and it's built off a chromatic walk down, as in the previous segments of Look Here, starting on an A, G sharp, G natural, F sharp, and that's how the first chord sequence in the key of A starts. And it's the A triad, A, C sharp, E, is made into a different triad, G sharp, C sharp, E, G natural, C sharp, E, and then F sharp becomes part of a new chord, a D chord, F sharp, A, D. And if I play it from the beginning, instead of arpeggiating them, we'll put them in the rhythm of the song. Something in the way she moves, there's your G sharp, attracts me like no other lover, D chord. Something in the way she moves me, E7. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. D, G major, E7, A major. There's a lot of harmony in there. After the walk down, the chromatic walk down, landing on the D major chord, he walks down to a B7 chord, there's the B7 reposition chord, and then to an E7. And that kind of movement is very interesting. In the key of A, where we start, we typically think of there are 7 chords that belong to every key. A major chord, a minor chord, a 3 minor, a 4 major, a 5 dominant 7th, 6 minor, and then a 7th chord, which is typically, we won't even talk about, it's called a diminished leading tone back to the A. So when it goes from the E7 to F sharp minor, when it goes from the D to the B7, that is unusual because it should be going to a B minor chord. Again, the key of A major, B minor, C sharp minor, D major. So something in the way she moves is your A major 7, A7, attracts me like no other lover, the expected D chord, the unexpected B7th chord. We expect a B minor, but we get instead a B7th. Whenever you get a dominant 7th chord, a chord with a flat 7th in it, it's going to drop down B, A, G, F, E to its 5th. So when you see those unexpected dominant chords, it's not supposed to be dominant, it's supposed to be minor. But when we see it as a dominant seventh chord, it's dropping down 5 notes to the next chord. And then we see an E7 chord. And E7 should lead us right back to A, but it doesn't. Something in the way she woos me. There's her E7. It goes to F sharp minor, which is this expected 6th chord in A major. But then he does something very unusual. He does a walk down on the F sharp minor chord from F sharp, F natural, E natural, D sharp or E flat. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. And then he goes to the 4 chord, flat 7, 5, 7, 1. And that's a lot of harmony in there. So I sped through that so quick it's kind of hard to digest. But once again, in the key of A, when we hit a B7 chord, so it kind of gets the ears, it's going to drop down to an E chord. A B7 dropping down to an E is very typical. And then what's called a deceptive cadence, instead of going to the A, goes to the relative minor chord, and he does the walk down on the minor chord. And then ends with this really cool cadence, 4 chord, flat 7, 5, 7, 1. All based on bass lines moving up and down. So it's filled with those descending and ascending chromatic bass lines, chromatic going up just by 1 fret. Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way, drop down of a 5, she woos me to E7 to the 6th chord, F sharp minor. Don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. B7 chord again. Interesting chord. It shouldn't be there. It should be a B minor, but it's not. It's a B major and a dominant 7th. Then resolving 4 chord. That's all we're going to talk about with Something in the Way She Moves today. There's a lot more there, but we'll take it up in another segment. I wanted to end our segment today talking about a Mercy Line song, a new song I've been working on. And I gave it this musical background, very simple, key of D to what's really a B minor chord. And it really started out with some words. You are such a beautiful bird. You built yourself a beautiful nest. I fell out of the sky, you see, and crashed into your loneliness. It's just some lyrics I had sort of been playing around with. And I thought they might somehow find their way musically into that pattern. It's a 1 chord to a minor 6 chord, D major to B minor. You are such a beautiful bird, and you built yourself a beautiful nest. I was flying blind, you see, I fell into your loneliness. I fell into your loneliness. So I got the words wrong. You are such a beautiful bird, and you built yourself such a beautiful nest. I was flying blind, you see, and I fell into your loneliness. I was flying blind, you see, and I fell into your loneliness. I fell into your loneliness. Thought it would be nice to repeat that last part. And I went to another verse. You are a golden bird with golden feathers on your head. fell out of the sky, you see. I crashed into your beautiful bed. I crashed into your beautiful bed. And I watched you. I could just stay and watch you go on ahead without me. I can just stay and watch you. I had some other lyrics, but we won't get to them. I think that's it for Look Here. We're almost out of time. It's 10 minutes and 50 seconds into it. So I'm going to wish you a farewell. March 2nd, Thursday night, the Mercy Alliance, East Coast Offense, and Music for the Revolution at the Pie Shop. See you then.